All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. It is Labor Day. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day. The markets are closed, but the crypto markets are still open, so we could go over that. And then also we could talk about what is on the way when it comes to the overall markets and some upcoming catalysts that I think are going to trigger the market to move upwards, specifically in the crypto market. And yeah, but first things first, make sure you go follow me on TikTok, Financial Nutrition, Instagram, Mr. Financial Nutrition. If you haven't already, I post there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So I'll be posting today, and we're changing the times that we post for just overall. I think Monday through Friday, we're gonna. I talked to my editor. We're gonna be posting at 3 p.m. instead of 6, and then Sunday we post from 11 to 12. So that's not changing. But yeah, go follow me on those platforms if you haven't. It's basically, if you haven't seen it, it's clips of my live stream. So if you don't want to watch through, because a lot of people don't like to sit through the whole live stream, and you could, on my social media pages, you could just see snippets of the live stream. So it's just quick access to information, and yeah, go follow me. All right. So some catalysts that are coming up. Obviously, the number one thing that everybody's waiting for are the interest rate cuts. We're gonna get the first one in September. That's 100% priced in. Jerome Powell has been talking about it, and yeah, it's not a debate, right? We are gonna get an interest rate cut in September. Now, the only thing that is kind of held secret towards the end is the amount of the interest rate cut. So most people are thinking it's a 25 basis point cut that we're going to get in September. But if it ends up being 50 basis points or higher, most people think the highest would be is 50 basis points. But if it's that or higher, it's definitely going to be very bullish for the market, specifically tech stocks, crypto, things that are high growth, high volatility are going to move. Now, I'm invested in the crypto market, so that's what I pay attention to. I do want to end up building out a stock portfolio in the future. I have a couple of companies that I'm thinking about adding to the portfolio. Once I do that, I'll disclose that. I don't like to disclose my crypto portfolio just because I don't want to have people following what I invest in. Now, after I take profit, after I get out of the position, I don't mind disclosing what I got into. Now, so I could talk about old positions. So when I first got into crypto, I dabbled in a few coins at the time. It was like early or late 2016, early 2017. XRP was one of those ones that I got in. I didn't really put much of a position in. I didn't really know much about the crypto market. I got introduced to the crypto market through some guy at work. He was always talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. This was probably like early 2016. And I just ended up deciding to research and do some research of my own to see what this asset was about. So I got interested in it. At the time, I was doing like penny stocks, and I was following the whole Timothy Sykes stuff and that whole crew. And there was a guy named Tika Takwari, where I think it was Timothy Sykes. He was like kind of cool with him. So I would get, I think I ended up getting a newsletter, and he was saying he was doing like some type of crypto event where he was going to talk about an upcoming crypto that was set to boom and blah, blah, blah. It was going to like change the payment system and all that stuff. And it ended up being XRP. So that's how I got introduced to crypto. And then I started getting into like the privacy coins. So like Zcoin, Dash, and Verge. These are like some OG coins. Dash is still around. Zcoin is still around, but it got rebranded to Firo. So yeah, I was into that because everybody was promoting and everybody was saying like privacy was going to be the next thing. Like if you have, because the blockchain is pretty transparent, and a lot of people want to be private. They don't want their transactions to be on the blockchain, or they don't want people to see what they're buying. Now, obviously, you can't see what the purchase was for, but you could see the amount. You could see who you send it to. Like if it's a well-known wallet, you could see who they send it to. So, with enough digging, you could see like who the money was going to, or you could try to kind of like put the pieces together. So that's how I was interested in the privacy sector because I thought like, yeah, people obviously don't want their transactions to be that public. So privacy is going to be something important. But the thing about privacy is it's such a new asset class that it didn't end up panning out for the crypto market. I mean, if you look at Monero, Dash is still around. They have like this, got this thing called Platform coming out. Firo is suffering. Like if you look at the price chart, like it's like, I think it's like at $1. So yeah, a lot of the privacy coins, they're more like passion projects. So if you believe in privacy, it's probably something you got to hold on for. You'll probably make money in the next 10 years, and I didn't want to wait that long. So privacy is not something, so I end up getting out of those plays, long story short, right? And now currently, right, so I told you the projects I dabbled in: Dash, Firo, Ripple, Lido was one of them. So Lido is like, it's basically like a staking protocol for Ethereum. So Ethereum transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake. And Lido is one of the big like staking protocols to stake your Ethereum. Essentially, they stake like the most amount of Ethereum. I think it's like 40 or 50% or something like that. They have a big monopoly, I guess you would say, on the Ethereum staking business. So yeah, I got into those, but currently my current positions are in the AI and DePIN space. Right, so DePIN stands for decentralized infrastructure, and basically, it's using resources that we use. Maybe it's like GPU compute power, and there's another one, Helium. I think that's more for like internet or things like that. But basically, resources that we use on a daily basis, but getting access to that in a decentralized way. So that's one of the hottest narratives that it's gonna be. That's here for this bull run, and I'm not gonna say the play that I'm in. Once I get those plays that I told you, I got out of those plays already. So I don't mind mentioning those because I'm not in those plays anymore. But the play I'm in now, I'll tell you once I get out of the play, and yeah, I'll discuss it. But yeah, I'm in a DePIN AI play. If you're familiar with the, those type of coins, there's a handful of them. So, but I'll go over what I'm in once I, once I take profit. Because again, I don't want to promote anything on my channel. Then somebody goes and purchases the coin and say, oh, I purchased this because of you. I lost money, or whatever. If they lost money, they'll blame me. If they made money, they'll take all the credit, right? And that's what Richard Fain said the other day, and it's so true. when people lose money because listening to you, and I would say they listen on their own will, but what I'm saying, they listen to you and then they think it's financial advice when it's not, and then they end up losing money. But if they made money, they won't even mention your name, right? So that's usually how life works, or how people work. All right, so let's take a look at the crypto. I was just rambling about my position, but let's take a look at the crypto market. It's Labor Day. Most people are taking the day off. Most people are not working. My typical live stream is for Monday, but the market's not open for the stock market, but the crypto market is still open. So we'll take a look at the crypto market. We'll take a look at some news, and we'll see what's going on, right? All right, so let's take a look at BTC really quick. So we're sitting at 58,000. And yeah, it's right now BTC is just consolidating, right? And if you look at, somebody posted a picture here. This is the Bitcoin bull runs following prior halvings. So again, our halving was in April, right? Our halving was in April, and I wonder if did they circle? So the hype cycle, delusion accumulation. All right, so we are in the hype cycle, right? And the red, okay, so the red, if you look at it right here, hopefully you can see it. So right here, the red line for 2024 to 2028. And 2028 would be the beginning of the next bull cycle, is basically what they're saying. But it looks like we are ahead of schedule. When I say ahead of schedule, remember we already hit all-time highs for, we already hit all-time highs for BTC this cycle. Because last cycle, the all-time high was like 69, 70, and then we already hit 73. So, and we're already ahead of schedule, meaning, prices are moving the way it needs to. But again, when the prices consolidate like this, people get a little annoyed, and they want things to happen quickly, right? And they end up selling their position, or they end up doing something silly. But yeah, most likely it's always after, because the election is 4-year cycle too, but most likely after the election is when we start to see a move on up, right? So, I think it's good. It's going to be no different this time around, and I think people should, definitely be patient, and if you're in the crypto market, make sure, just, I would say wait a few months. Definitely by the end of the year, a lot of people are predicting we'll be at 100K. I think we'll be at 100K. We may be well past 100K. I think once the rate cuts go into effect and once we get through the election, things are going to start moving. I honestly think this month things are going to start moving once we get that first rate cut. That's just my opinion. And then we're just going to start, usually you start to see some catalysts. Because what I think happens is there's a lot of the projects kind of align what their catalysts or like big news that they're going to come out with around those major those major dates. Like first rate cut, okay, a lot of projects will set up major news catalyst for their project around that time to go along with the rate cuts, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Where people just know things usually go up during election, first rate cut, so they plan their release of their news around that time to just make their project go up a lot higher. But yeah, overall market is just consolidating, nothing really special. We'll see what happens this week. Next week, I think the Fed is going to meet, and we're going to get our rate cut. We'll see if it's a 25 basis point or a 50 basis point, and yeah, should be interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good Labor Day. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram, Mr. Financial Nutrition, TikTok Financial Nutrition, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.